Hey guys, this is Funny and you are watching my channel NEWSPICS. So today's topic is, do we actually see news in the news channels? Friends, we have got maximum many news channels, be it in the local language, in the regional language, or in the national basis. We have got many news channels, but the content, the main content, that is the news, is the thing that is missing nowadays. We do get to see the news, but we just get to see only one news again and again, and that news is the breaking news. You no matter switch on to any news channels, but the thing is you will only get to see one news. They are breaking and twisting and broadcasting it. Back in the 90s, the 90s people, they will get to know this. We do not have many channels. There are limited channels. Especially there are only one channel of the government, that is the Doodash. We do not have many news channels. We have only DD1, DD2. Yes, these are the news channels that was there in the 90s, and there you have only a limited or stipulated time for the news in your regional language and in the Hindi or English. So in that stipulated time, be it a 1 hour or a 2 hour episode, you get to know what's really going on in the world. Now the channels for the news have increased a lot, but the news have decreased. We are not getting to see. Suppose I'm a corporate person and work in a corporate sector. I come to home at evening and I just want to know what's going on in the world, or I'm sitting idle, I just wanted to know the news, or suppose I switch on to any news channel, this one news going on. See, I'm not against of showing this one news continuously, but we should all focus on the news as a priority. But have you ever wondered why do these news channels so only this one news, and that to the breaking news? Do you know what breaking news is? Breaking news is something that catches the viewer's attention at the same time. So if I show that breaking news again and again, my number of viewers will increase. Yes, you are getting it right. The main reason behind this is TRP. Now, what is this TRP? To know the reason for this, we have to know what's TRP. TRP has multiple abbreviations, but I will tell you the majority ones. First one is the target rating point, or the second one is the television rating point. Now the calculation for this is same, but the context is different. In the television rating programs, they include everything that is broadcasted in the television, be it daily soap opera or your news. And if I say it's a target rating point, it means everywhere in this, it includes the social media also. So what is this? TRP is generally the percentage of target audience reached by a campaign or advertisement or a broadcast. So if your TRP is increasing, it suggests that many viewers are interested in your channel and in your program, and that's the reason why your channel is trending. So, and that's a profit to this channel owners or the channel. So to increase this TRP, They all start to show the same breaking news again and again. They include different programs in the channel, like, see, I'm not against this, I'm telling this again and again. If you say, like, if they're including debating programs, some channels, news channels, that they include the entertainment part, like what's going on in the daily soap opera in Star Plus or Colors or Sony Entertainments or whatsoever, or they might show something related to your health, like they'll be calling a doctor and you'll be asking some questions, or the trending part I think is the astrology, because nowadays the news channels are focusing on a rather whole things that interest a customer or a viewer. Like, generally, a person is interested in news, interested in interest, interested in knowing this zodiac, health, everything. So now they are focusing that, yeah, if a viewer is switching on to my channel at any time, so why would he see my channel? Because there are many competitors there. So if to sell my channel, I have to include all these things, including the selling your channel. Guys, is very good, but you should focus on the main part, your main content is news. Now, in the here, December 2007, there's an NGO, and its name is the Center for Media Studies. It's situated in Delhi. So they conducted uh, research on the news channels content. So they took a time period of 90s to 2000s, and they have made this. So what they noticed is, what the NGO concluded is, the content of all the news channels have changed drastically over the period from politics and development to crime and entertainment. You will be surprised to know this, that back in the year 2007, the numbers were the politics and development decreased from 23% to 10%, and the entertainment part and the crime part, it rose from 6 to 9. So now what you see, the crime has got increased. There was crime from right from the beginning, but the news was not focusing back then, and that was did not give that much importance to crime, was now they are giving. You will be surprised to know that there are serials or daily soap operas running in some news channels based on this crime part. So, and why this is happening? This is happening for the TRP, to increase for the TRP, to keep one TRP good. So the news channel has started converting their programs, adding new programs for increasing this TRP factor. For example, give an example so that you can understand. See, Corona started in the earliest of 2020. When it was there in China, his motherland, there you'll see just a headlines or sometimes news of 5 minutes on the corona outbreak in China. So as soon as it increased to America, the time period gradually increased for the news. When it entered India, it become a breaking news in all the news channels all the time. Then the lockdown part. During the lockdown part, the news channels only focused on the corona. They did not gave importance to any other news. For example, when the Italy collapsed due to corona outbreak, you will see that even your local news channel started broadcasting, which is a good thing. But making it the same statement of again and again and again, they were just decreasing of the mentality, strong mentality of the viewers, and they're focusing them to get into a depression, which is very bad thing. So don't you think that there's other things that are going on in the world during that time? For example, if you got give you another example, uh, today's if you see the news channel of today part, if I take the current part, there is this only one news is currently trending, and this is the SSR Sushant Singh Rajput judicial campaign. This is very good. I also strongly support it. But guys, there are other news also. Yeah, and you have to focus on that also. Like how many of these news channels have told you that India's GDP, the finance for the financial year 21 first quarter has shrunk to 23.91%, indicating that India is getting into a financial crunch. India's economical standard is shrinking. Nobody showed this. Why? Had they shown this thing, the citizens of India would have really evolved, got responsible for this, for their country, and they can also take an active part in rising the economical standards. In the words of former RBI Governor Mr. Raghuram Rajan, you know what is said? If India's economy is a patient and relief is the sustenance given to a patient who is in a sick bed. Now, relief in the medications. So, uh, um, when in the sick bed, who is fighting the disease, then without relief, what will happen? The patient may collapse. And why would the relief be closed? Because his family will now face an economical crunch, a financial crunch. What would happen if his family faced an economical crunch? His family would gradually start for skipping the meals of the days. Like they may not have a lunch or they may not have a breakfast. They can pull the children out of the schools and can force them to work. This illustrates the importance of the economical package. Raghuram Rajan also said that economical stimulus is now the only tonic to fight the economical crunch. So what he meant is that if all the citizens of India who are the working sector, if the now is the time for them to get responsible for themselves, take adequate precautions, and now they have to boost the economy. How to boost the economy? I am a single person. I cannot boost the economy for this entire nation, for the world largest democracy. What I have to do is I have to take adequate precautions and I have to be responsible and I have to go there to my job. When I go there, I work there, I pay my taxes in the next year, and subsequently I started the country starts rolling back to his wheels. The economy for the country will gradually increase. But there are hardly any channel this that they show you this part. I know they did not show you this because they do not want to get it traced. But you were saying you were the channels who were showing the news of corona again and again in the April's to June part, and now don't you think this is also important? Because if a responsible citizen will not get aware of this part, he will think that his country's economy is in a good standard, and this he his mindset will only be there locked down. So this is was the point that I was saying. I request to all the news channels back there that please focus on all the news, starting from sports, entertainment, or the politics, or development, or country, or financial, every part. Or at least, like there are some channels are doing, I request to all the news channels keep a stipulated time, notify to your viewers again and again, so that when they will switch on your channel at that point of time, they can get to see the news of the entire world at the same time. At the same time, I'm requesting also to the government to please check an alternative for TRPs for the news channels. Friends, we have come to the end of this episode. This episode was made or requested by a friend of mine. So yes, Umar, this is for you. I made this. So if you also wanted to make wanted me to make video on certain topics, you can DM me, message me, worship me, or notify in the comments below. I will surely make comments on that on which day your video will be telecasted, or the video on your recommended topic will be telecasted. So if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Please give a thumbs up if you have liked this video. Till then, this is me, Devashish Rat, signing off.